What's up, chat? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hope everybody's doing good. All right, to start things off today, I got to record the segment for the beginning of day 2 of the 7-day grind, because I started a 7-day grind yesterday. So we got to do the little introduction to day 2 here. It is now day 2. We're live streaming this one, as you can see by the chat on screen. We're going to see if we can get anything in the next 2 hours. Hopefully we can get a good amount of kills towards getting great ones for this 7-day grind. There we go. Oh, wait, I should probably say the date. It is currently 3:03 p.m. on September 23rd of 2025. Okay, now we're good to go. Let's get into the grind. What do we want to go for, chat? What do we want to go for? Put some suggestions. What great one we chasing today? Okay. We got some answers coming into chat now. Seeing a lot of mule deer, a lot of whitetail. A couple of pheasant. Fallow are up there. I'm not set up for fallow, so we can't do fallow. Because I don't want to spend 30 minutes changing tent locations on stream. You know, that's just boring to watch. Of course, a lot of whitetail. What can I say? People love the whitetail. They want to see that typical rack show up. I am seeing more pheasant pop up. Okay, we're going to put this up to a poll now. If you guys are over on Twitch, I'm going to link you guys the poll because I don't want to create 2 different polls and have to, you know, add the numbers together. So, what do we hunt first? And the options are going to be pheasant, because I'm seeing a lot of that. I see a lot of whitetail as well. Okay, and then what was the other one? Mule deer I saw a lot of. All right, guys, pick one more. Pick one more that isn't pheasant, whitetail, or mule deer. And we will go ahead and add that as the 4th option in the poll. Keep in mind, I don't have a good moose setup right now. I have my Yukon grind, but we're not herd managed, so we wouldn't really be able to do much there. Seeing a lot of bear. Okay, we got lots of bear in chat. I think bear's gonna get it. That is a lot of bear. Lot of black bear being requested. Okay, poll is going up now. Let me go to Twitch real quick and link it to you guys. Let's do it. Also, I should probably notify Discord that we're live. I forgot to do that. Maybe that would be helpful. All right, Twitch. Here it is. If you go to that and then click on the chat, there should be a poll in there that you guys can click on and answer. Now let me notify Discord that I'm streaming. Can't believe I forgot that. What the heck, man? Scarecrow's off his game today. Scarecrow's off his freaking game. There we go. Now Discord knows that we exist. Perfect. Okay. It looks like whitetail is currently winning. I'll let it go to like a few more votes before we actually hop into it. If you want a specific one of these, be sure to vote. Yeah, it's looking like whitetail's gonna win. I don't see whitetail getting beat here. Black bear are the closest, but even they're 5% off. How about caribou? They're not a great one, though, Jivers. If they were a great one, I'd add that on there. But this one's a 7-day great one grind only. What's up, Justin? Like crow's ever gonna get the typical rack. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I'll be right back. I smell something burning downstairs, so I'm gonna go check on that. You guys keep the vote going. When I get back, I'll end it. Okay, we good. We good. My wife was just making coffee and baking a baguette at the same time. And so the two scents mixed together and it made it smell like something was burning. So whitetail it is, chat. 36% of the votes went to whitetail. I clicked end poll. Why isn't it ending? There we go. Now it did. Also, I think I need to change loadouts because I was doing a realistic hunt, which you guys will see at some point. Now, let's go ahead and start our grind for the day. At this rate of fluffed, maybe. Love the mule deer. Great one. Realistic hunt. Very fun to watch. I had a lot of fun making it too, man. It was very fun. I'm glad that everybody liked it so much. Because the only reason I ever stopped doing the realistic hunt series was because back in the day when I first did it, which was like, I think 2020 or 2021, like nobody watched it after the first episode, which is why I stopped doing it, because it just felt like nobody was interested in it. But I'm happy to see that you guys have really been enjoying it recently. Definitely going to keep that series up. What the heck? Oh, I thought that was a 1. That's a 2. Gonna say there's a new 1, but no, it's a 2. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Double trouble, eh? Dude. What a start to the day. That's what we love to see. By the way, we're currently at 185 kills on the whitetail grind. Hopefully we'll get something good today. Yo, what's up? I like guns. Thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate it. I have had a really hard time enjoying the game. It's been more than 2K kills since last great one, and this would only be my 3rd. Any tips? If you're starting to get burnt out, try something else for a little bit. You don't want to do something if you're not having fun, you know? I would highly recommend, you know, just doing something else for a little bit in the game. Maybe go hunt something else, hunt a map you don't hunt often. Sometimes you just got to switch it up when you start getting bored, because the last thing you want to do is burn yourself out to the point where you're not enjoying it. How about them Lions? Lions be doing Lions things, man. And Ramondre Stevenson be Ramondre Fumbleson again for the Patriots. That's great. Fantastic. If only the Patriots could be the Lions right now, we wouldn't have these issues. Been grinding bears for months. Pretty bored of them right now. Switched to Rancho Mule Deer. Having a blast. Exactly, Blue. Sometimes all you need is a little switch up. That's why I don't stick to one grind for like months anymore like I used to. You guys probably remember I used to like grind one species for like 1 to 2 months straight. Nowadays, the only time I do that is when there's a new update. Burnout be real for real, Mr. Dramatic Red. It happens. Everybody gets burned out of things if they do it too much. I was so mad when the Steelers won. Yeah, oh, hey. Let's go. Let's go. That's a little slice of pie. Little slice of pie right there. How far away is that? 273, eh? Here we go. Give him the smoke. No! How was that a miss? You've got to be joking. There's no way. How was that not vitals? We must have hit in between the lungs, because that can happen. What's up, Volt? That had to be an in between the lungs hit. That had to be directly in between the lungs. I should have aimed a little bit to the left or right. Hello, ma'am? Where's our buck? Oh, man. Hunter, where are you? Oh my gosh, dude. Hunter taking his sweet time. Oh my gosh, there's no way. Hunter, you're gonna cost us this deer. Where's the blood? That was unbelievable. I can't believe it likely went in between the lungs. That's the only way I could see that shot missing. Unless it was a little high. I guess it could have been a little high. Does that happen to you a lot? Not really, no. But if you aim directly, like in the center, it'll go between the lungs sometimes, but it doesn't happen super often. I didn't count my mule deer zones, mind your biz. I didn't count them at all, because it isn't worth counting your zones on a species that has solos. As long as you're hunting all the locations that they can be, zone count really doesn't matter. As long as you know where all the, zone locations are, as long as you know all the, lakes and rivers that they can be at, you'll be fine. I didn't count mule deer zones in either of my mule deer grinds. KG's not home, Boone. So I wouldn't be able to. Call the Wild just doesn't want me to have a diamond blue sheep. This thing is never in his zone. Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh, you're here, Hunter? Can you please find it for me, buddy? Do your job, doggo. Come on. Do your freaking job, bro. About time. About time Hunter's doing his job. Are you going to be doing more community post videos? No clue. Not sure. Oh yeah, Volt, we did. We have indeed. Goff equals best QB in the league. Yeah, I wouldn't say that when there's Josh Allen that exists. And as a Patriots fan, you have no idea how much it pains me to say that the Bills have the best quarterback, but I would say Josh Allen's probably the best quarterback. Either him or Lamar Jackson. Oh, really, Volt? That's crazy. I didn't even know you could do that. Healthy Joe Burrow? The key word, healthy. Actually, I think Tua is. Dude, Tua can't even see the receiver. Thoughts on the Vikings game? Crazy blowout. Insanity. I haven't watched the full thing, but I've seen the highlights. Pretty insane, man. Look what we got right here. That is our screwed up deer, our screwed up piebald deer. I gotta see this. Called it. It was too high as well, so it didn't even... It wouldn't have had a chance, but... actually, that could have hit the lung. Dude, that literally stopped like a micromillimeter before hitting the lung. I almost said below. Before hitting the lung, look at that. It was just slightly too high. Placement was good, just too much neck to go through. Unfortunate. We'll still tax it, though. I mean, it's a piebald regardless. And we got this one right here at 3:18 p.m. on September 23rd of 2025. This is the first rare of the 7-day grind. Love to see it. And clip that. That's going to go right into the 7-day grind video. Your first rare was albino. Nice, dude. Nice, nice, nice. Hey, Vakala, you haven't missed too much aside from that little eyeball that you likely just saw us claim. That is the only thing that we've got today. But we're just starting, so we could get more in the future. Hard to say. All right, let's see. 1 and a 2. 2 buckaroos. Nice, Z28. Nice. You don't have to ask me if you can tell me something, Mary. You can just say what you were going to ask. How many kills was your fastest Great One bear grind? I had one that was like 100 and something, I think. Or maybe even one that was under 100. Most of my bear grinds have been under 1,000 kills. Aside from 3 of them, I believe. Great One next zone? Maybe, Cohen. Oh, gotcha, Mary. Yeah, I think the Crocs have a few like little buggy things that happen with them. Ooh. Look at that thick boy. That boy thick. What's up, Ender? How you doing, sir? Ooh! Crow's on fire. We can't hit a stationary shot on a piebald, but we hit that. That's the Scarecrow specialty. I always hit the shots I don't need to. And miss the ones that I do. Pretty large. He ain't too bad, man. Gotcha, Ender. Understandable. I'm just doing the usual, smoking the whitetail and stuff. It's literally our thing, Brittany. We call each other nerds all the time. That's just our thing. That's just what we do. Yeah, big buck for sure, Loft. Sevis, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Enjoy all the perks that come with that. Smoked. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, snow leopards are really tough to find, Z28. I've maybe killed like 10 or 15 of them. That's it. They're really tough to find. Okay, that guy's not even got a chance at making diamond. What the heck am I looking at? You're getting the 300 treatment. What is that deer, chat? That thing is ugly, to say the least. Ugly. Might be the ugliest deer I've seen in my life. Oh, let's go, Sevis. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes the grinds are long, you know. Sometimes you get a few short ones and then a long one. Sometimes you start with a long one and then get some short ones. You never quite know with great ones. Definitely part of what makes them awesome, though. Wall of Shame for that 3. I would have to score like 228 to be a Wall of Shame contender for me. I've had a level 3 that scored like 228. I think it was 228 at least. I know I had one that was like around that score. Let's see. Is this guy 237? He's definitely not my smallest one, but he's tiny for a 3. Like, that's crazy. It's a freaking tiny 3, bro. Oh my gosh, what a weird deer. Yo, what's up, Border? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. 228? Yeah, I've got a level 3 that scored like 228. I have no idea if I taxed it or not. I probably did, but who knows if I've deleted it or not. Because like a lot of times I delete stuff based on like the score and stuff that it shows in the trophy manager. So who knows? I could have deleted it at some point. But it should be in a video somewhere. Good luck finding it with the millions of whitetail videos we've done, though. That 3 was so weird. It was a strange 3 for sure. Yeah, I remember like I remember it being like the smallest one that Ibai had heard of at the time. Because he like sent me a picture of like a really small deer that he got that was in like the 230s, and I was like, oh, I got one even smaller. Nice, Border. I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty solid. What is your longest great one grind? 8,300 and I think 14 kills for black bear. That was my first ever bear grind. Luckily, none of them after that were that long. But that first one was really bad. Nice, Hunter. Yeah, probably Z28. I've killed 50,000 whitetail, and I'm sure Ibai's killed at least 70 or 80,000. We have single-handedly decimated the entire population of the world for whitetail deer. Not really, Mary, because I don't use glitches. I don't use glitches in Call of the Wild. Oh, it's 12. I guess I can shoot them first, and then we'll change the time. Nice. 3 more down. How do people keep track of how many of what animal they kill? You have to manually do it. You have to be keeping track, like, from the beginning. I use a counter app on my phone. That's called a Smart Tally Counter. Every time I get a kill, I, like, put plus on the counter. Like, I hit the plus button to add a kill to it. Same with, like, diamonds, rares, super rares, etc. And the way I have it set up, I have a kills counter, a total kills counter. So total kills is like all of my grinds for that species combined. Like right now, we're 203 kills into this whitetail grind, but I have 50,156 whitetail kills in total. Now, there's a little bit of estimation in there because I didn't keep like an exact count of my first 4 grinds, so I kind of had to estimate those, but pretty crazy regardless. Trust issue, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. What's up, Albino Coyote? What's your favorite brand of cereal? I don't really eat much cereal. I mean, my favorite cereal would have to be like either Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Reese's Puffs. I like a lot of them, though. I just don't really eat cereal that often. I used to love Cocoa Pebbles as well. And Golden Grams were pretty good. Lucky Charms were always good. Occasionally, I'd be in a mood for like some Captain Crunch, but I really just don't eat cereal anymore. When I'm eating breakfast, it's something like a breakfast burrito or some bacon, eggs, you know, that type of stuff. Mainly because nowadays I try not to eat a ton of sugar. And cereals have a lot of sugar, the majority of them. Ooh, Honey Bunches of Oats was another favorite of mine. Honey Bunches of Oats is delicious. Yeah, Z28. Breakfast burritos are fire. Like, I love breakfast burritos so much. Sometimes I'll just eat them for dinner, too. When I want a midnight snack, breakfast burrito. Boom. They're just too good. What's your least favorite great one you've killed? Common quad paddle moose. You can't get it anymore, but when moose first released, it was possible to get just a normal common fur on a great one. Thank God they took that out because it was so disappointing to get a common fur type moose. It was the worst, man. So I have 2 common quad paddle moose in my lodge, and they're by far the most disgusting looking great one in the game. Glad it can't happen anymore. Because it's like, if you're gonna get the quad paddle, at least have a cool fur. Oh, man. Nothing. What's your favorite map? A Ski Ridge is definitely my favorite. Cinnamon Stripes Fungus is worse? Oh, no, it's definitely not. I like the Velvet Rack personally. If we want to talk worst mule deer combinations, it would have to be Corkscrew Tiger Boy. The Corkscrew Tiger Boy. But I'd take that over a common quad paddle moose. Common quad paddle moose just looks like a normal moose. Like, it doesn't even look like a great one. Which is why I'm so happy it can't happen anymore. It was the first ever great one moose that I killed. Oh, you meant the corkscrew. Gotcha. Also, I'm curious. Why does everybody call it the fungus rack? It's the velvet rack, man. It's got velvet on it. I don't know. It just feels weird saying fungus rack. I don't think I'll ever call it the fungus rack. Should just be a 1. It's just the official name. Who decides what is the official name, though? Because, like, I was probably the first content creator to make a short showing off all of the racks that they revealed, and I called it the Velvet Rack. So, like, who actually decides the names? But the sack rack is okay? I mean, that one just kind of stuck because Flinter's chat went crazy with it. And let's be honest, it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate. I don't know, when it comes to racks, like, I usually just pick out the most, like, prominent characteristic. And to me, that rack, like, velvet's the most prominent characteristic on it. It's got velvet. Yeah, I was going to say, there is no such thing as an official name. It's all community discovered. Exactly, Ender. Like, the only reason the people are going to call it the fungus rack is because the guy that compiled a bunch of, like, all the different racks on an image decided to name it that. But that's not really the most common name throughout the community, unless you're basing it off of that. Outside of it, though, it's Velvet Rack, man. It's the freaking Velvet Rack. Not a fungus rack. It's a velvet rack. Also, what the heck are these bears doing, bro? Sorry, ma'am. You're going down. Just because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. What's the hardest great one to get? Definitely the fox. Fox is by far the toughest because it's incredibly hard to set up for. It's really tough to herd manage them. It's a predator. It only has like solos and duos, so it's really tough to get anything going with them. Most people you ask are going to say that the fox is probably the toughest. Tar is hardest? No, it's really not now that there's Tiawaroa. Before, I would have said yes, it was the hardest, but Tiawaroa makes it a lot easier to get a tar. I would be grinding on Tiawaroa for the tar if I didn't already have a good setup on Sunder. The only reason I haven't gone to Tiawaroa is because I'm already set up fully on Thunder Patton. And I don't want to have a third grind over on Tiawaroa. Yeah, Seavis. Sounds about right. Why you don't see fox grinding on the channel much at all. Bro, fox grind when? We've tried to plan a big group hunt at some point. It's just been a lot of other stuff coming up that switches around the plans. What's the lowest score for a diamond whitetail? 251, I believe. I can tell you right now. Oh, 255. I'm an idiot. What's 251? Oh, 251's red deer, I think. I'm in red deer brain because we were talking about Tiawaroa. Yeah, I was thinking of red deer. I don't know why. Because I think red deer's around 251. The tar horns don't really have names. I did make a tar horns identification and just chose names I thought that fit. I'd say there's a few different racks or a few different sets of horns for the tar that do have names. Big rack and small rack, I know for a fact. And then the chipped horns. I hear chipped horns commonly being said. I call it the chipped horns, to at least. What was the other one? I think there was another one that I heard get called something. I'm trying to remember what all of them even look like. I think people also call the small horns like heart horns or something like that. Welcome back, Knowles. I got 3 great ones that look sad on their own. You gotta go find them some friends, man. Get them some friends. I haven't heard of the typical one. Which one is that, Ender? Which one is called the typical horns for tar? Is it like the most normal looking ones that just look like a large version of normal horns? I think I've got those. I think I've got one with those. I need to get another tar, man. I still don't have my fabled latte. Would you consider golds good? I mean, the thing about Call of the Wild is whatever you consider good is what's good. There's not really any, like, universal opinion on what's good and what isn't. Like, some people would say, oh, like, diamonds are really good. Others would say, no, it has to be a great one before it's really good. Others would say, no, it's got to be this specific great one before it's good. Others would say, dude, a gold, it's amazing. Like, it's going to depend on who you ask. And I guess, like, what their level of experience in the game is, really. Just sent you the image? Okay, let me check it. Oh, yeah, I've got one of the, like, typical horns ones. And the mid horns. I think I've got the typical and the mid. I love how many horns there is for the tar. The tar looks so good. The tar looks so good, man. Are they the number one great one? No. Are they really cool? Yes. That might be an unpopular opinion, though. I do like the tar. I like the tar, but I do wish some of the furs were slightly different color palette. Really, Ender? That's crazy, dude. I think I've got the big horns and the chip horns and the mid horns. I think those are the ones that I've got. Uh-oh. We having respawn issues? We might be. We ended up not doing it, Call of the Wild Hunter. We're trying to do it on a time where we can get a couple other people in as well. We'll do the Fox grind stuff eventually, the like group grind, but I want to find a time where like Ender, Johnny, Caitlin, maybe Nate, etc. are available to all hunt at the same time. Because like if we're gonna do it, I want to have as many people as possible so we can actually make some progress on herd managing them. Because I do not want to do a fox grind if it's not herd managed. And herd managing them just takes way too long, man. It takes so much time of like practically shooting nothing because you're sprinting across the whole map. So once we can get everybody together, we'll do it. Did I forget to main menu or something? Because none of our deer are here. Alrighty, Ender. No worries, dude. Later, skater. Hopefully see you tonight for the speed storming. That's gonna be fun. Hey, that reminds me, chat. We have 2 streams today. This Call of the Wild one, plus a stream on my second channel, Scarecrow Uncensored. We're going to be playing, I think it's called Disney Speedstorm. Caitlin, the birthday girl, chose that for the stream tonight. So instead of, spinning the wheel for what game we play on Trophy Tuesday, Caitlin chose Disney Speedstorm. So we're going to be playing that. It's basically Mario Kart, but with Disney characters. It's actually kind of fun. I played a little bit earlier to like hit the proper level to play multiplayer and stuff with friends. And it was actually pretty fun. If you guys want some more content, I'll be sending everybody over to the second channel at the end of this stream. And at that point, you can choose to watch or not. Whatever you want. All right, later, Volt. Thanks for dropping in, good sir. Wow, we had 1 respawn. That's crazy. What the heck, chat? What is this? I almost feel like we need to go to a different species soon. I mean, we are approaching an hour. It's been 43 minutes, so once we hit an hour, we'll probably go shoot something else. instead of whitetail. We'll put up another pole or something. Or maybe we'll just go shoot some tar. I kind of want to get some tar grinding done. I did some tar grinding yesterday to start the 7-day grind out, and it was a lot of fun. Bad shots. Those aren't fun. No, it means great one. It doesn't. No. Delayed respawns doesn't mean great one. It just means that either I finished the run too fast so they didn't have a chance to respawn, or they're just, you know, delayed. Do you have vids on how to herd manage? Yes, I've got an entire playlist with a bunch of different HM guides. If one of the moderators or members could pop it up in chat. What's your favorite college football team? Oregon Ducks all the way. Ducks all the way. The Quack Attack. Quack Attack OP. Where did this guy go? You know what? I'm not going to waste my time on him. Get some more great one pheasants, please. We might shoot some pheasants. We'll see. I haven't got a pheasant in a long time. I think it's been like, gosh, how many kills? Like 1,500 or something? Where is it? Pheasants. 1,409 kills since our last great one pheasant. Jeez. Pretty crazy, huh? Will the Ducks play Texas A&M? I don't know. I think they're playing Penn State on Saturday. I could be wrong. I think Penn State's the next team they're going against. I don't know if they play Texas A&M. Or Texas Tech, is that what you said? Texas Tech? No, you did say A&M. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they will be. I haven't looked at the full schedule in a little while. Are we hunting for great one whitetail? Right now we are. Oh, nice, Knowles. Ooh, rip Z28. Yeah, I haven't been doing super great in fantasy football either. I am 1-2 in all 3 of my leagues. But unfortunately, like, most of the time it hasn't even been my fault. It's been those players getting injured or underperforming. Like, Derrick Henry failed me last week. This week, CeeDee Lamb getting hurt screwed me over. So it's like, I haven't even been doing bad in the fantasy leagues. It's just been unlucky. To be honest, that's a lot of what fantasy football is in the first place, though. Just hoping that they're going to perform the way they're predicted to. If they play as they're projected to, usually pretty good, but that rarely happens. King Brooksy, thank you for the tier 1 sub on Twitch. Appreciate it. How to get better recoil control? Using the proper perks and skills. Recoil management's a huge one. And also just getting good with recoil compensation with your mouse. Speaking of fantasy football, seeing a bunch of people releasing receivers and stuff, I should probably see if I can get any of them. Okay. Okay. I see a few options that I am tempted to go for. Two seconds, chat. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Oh, the Scatman's crazy, called Wild Hunter. Watching him go against the Chiefs. Dude, the Scatman's a freaking wrecking ball. Ever since, like, the draft, I've been really interested in Scataboo. Especially, like, seeing some of his college highlights and stuff. Dude's a beast. Dude's a beast. Oh, what the heck? We got 2 more bucks there. You know what's the crazy part? For the longest time, I was just not getting any respawns right here. And today, there's respawns very reliably in this zone. Why are y'all traveling? This is unacceptable. Okay, that was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. Guys, I got a question for those of you that have paid attention to football. How long is CeeDee Lamb going to be out? Last I heard, it's a pretty bad injury, right? Wow, he could come back week 6 or 7. I don't know if I want to keep him on my bench when I could have somebody else that's actually in. But, like, man, when Lamb is healthy, he's been racking up points for me. Gosh. That's a tough call. Do I free up a spot or do I keep him on my bench? Lamb got to stop getting injured, man. Do not do the 6-7 meme in my chat. I will time you out. It's annoying. Nobody cares about modern memes. They're all trash. Modern memes are garbage. Yeah, it's literally one of the worst memes I've ever seen, Swiss. Can't stand it. There we go. What's 9 plus 10? 21. See, that's a good meme. That's a good meme. The olden days memes. And bruh, that's a good meme there too. And yeet. Those are the good memes, man. Why are you running? Like, those are the good memes. Those were the funny ones. Yeah, I don't even know, Swiss. What do we got? 2 buckarooskies. Why have a brewski when you could shoot a buckarooski? That could be a diamond. Yeah, he's not going to give me a shot. We'll get him next time. Can't believe that guy didn't go down from that. What are these Matrix deer today, man? How many kills till your last great one? How many kills since my last great one? For whitetail, it's been 235 since the last one. Did we even kill it? Yeah, it's dead. Ooh, nice, Swiss. That's a big one. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What's not right? Old memes are just infinitely superior. Oh yeah, like some of the old ones were so good. Like to this day, you still hear people using the Vine boom. Like a lot of these old memes, they stood the test of time and people are still using them to this day. Seems like modern memes, they are like gone within a year. Like nobody remembers them. Doggo, please help. Yeah, Hunter, do your job. Be useful. Come on, buddy. You got this there, bud. I want an Elk Great One. Same, dude. Elk Great One would be so cool. They need to add an Elk Great One. It would be amazing. The greatest thing ever. No pun intended. All right, let's go over here. In Flinter's old man voice. I remember when we had the good old memes. Not whatever these youngins got on their Tic Tacs and face jets. Oh, I remember. Grandpa would be proud of that one. EW's got to do a black-tailed mule and white-tail multi-mount. That would go hard, dude. That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. Having like the 3 like top North American deer species. Yes, please. Yeah, Z28. Fantastic. Oh no, McRib. See, this is why you don't bet on sports. They're too unpredictable. This is why I will never bet on football games. We need a blacktail great one. I agree. It'd be really cool. Definitely would have potential to be one of the coolest great ones if they did it right. And hopefully it would give like an actual rework to the blacktail as well, because currently the level 4 and 5 antlers are not very realistic. Like the 1s, 2s, and 3s are pretty realistic for blacktail. But those 4s and 5s, they just don't look like blacktail deer. They look really weird. Especially the diamonds, man. Those tines are just, they're not natural looking. Yeah, they don't look natural. I saw someone over here. No? What the heck did I see? It looked like there was something like walking across. Wait, that was not vitals? Was it too far back? Well, that'll get him. That'll do it. Dude, I just picked up a Waddle in our fantasy league and dropped Stephon Diggs because Drake May just doesn't throw it to one specific receiver enough for it to be worth keeping a New England receiver. And Flinter's like, I'm watching you. Oh my gosh. He's watching every move because he knows it's serious if I'm dropping Stephon Diggs. Yeah, it's just, man, the thing with Drake May, he doesn't just throw to one guy. He doesn't target one receiver. He throws to like everybody. He spreads the ball around so much that like none of the Patriots receivers are going to be good for fantasy because he doesn't have a favorite receiver to throw to. He throws to whoever's open. And Hunter Henry. He throws it to Hunter Henry a lot, but he's a tight end, so it's just not worth keeping a Patriots receiver at this point. Kayshawn Booty will have a good game one week, and then next week it's Diggs that has a good game, and the week after that, like, none of the receivers have a good game because he's throwing it to Hunter Henry the whole time. You just never know what to expect. He's a smart QB, though. Oh, yeah, Drake May looked incredible in the last game. That has been, like, the brightest point this entire year for the Patriots. Drake May looks really freaking good. By far the best he's ever looked, which really, really brings some hope to the fans of the Patriots. That might not make it. Hold on. Look how close the tip-to-tip spread is. This guy might not make diamond. He's a big rack that might troll. Bruh. This guy might not make diamond. Look at how tight that rack is. That's actually insane. This might miss diamond, chat. I've got a few big racks before that didn't make diamond, so it would not surprise me one bit. Oh, he made it. He made it. But have you ever seen a max weight at 262? You don't see many of them. This guy's a really interesting deer. We got this guy right here at 3:59 p.m. on September 23rd of 2025. Gotta say that for the 7-day grind vid, this will likely go in. Because that is an interesting rack right there. In fact, let me go to the clean overlay so you can actually see it. Weird, bro, huh? Super weird. I gotta start remembering to click the clean overlay more often, because in situations like this, when I'm on the normal one, it cuts off the top of the antlers. See, like, it cuts it off bad. I gotta remember to do this more. There you guys go. It's beautiful. Freaking beautiful. I'm not gonna tax it, though, because I've already taxed ones that are lower scoring than him. Got a little 2 right there. Might be the only one we can see from this zone right now. Oh, hey. You're a buckaroo, too. Smoked him. But anyway, back to what we were going to say. Yeah, Drake May looks really good this year. Looks really, really, really good. It's like the biggest issues haven't been him. It's been our secondary on defense. Like, Jalen Hawkins just ain't cutting it. We need Gonzo back. And then the fumbling, man. The fumbling by the running backs last week, or this last game, was bad. Like, Drake May's been doing everything he can with what he's got. At least on the bright side, the receivers aren't really the problem this year. The wide receivers have been really good for the most part. It's just been the fact that Gonzo's injured, so we have Jalen Hawkins out there trying to defend people like Tyreek Hill, which isn't going well. And the running backs have a fumbling problem. Aside from Henderson, Trayvion's been good with protecting the ball. They just aren't playing Trayvion enough. They need to play him more while they try to, like, get Ramondre's fumbling problem under control. Because Ramondre's such a good back outside of the fumbles. Like, he is an absolute tank. You can't tackle that man with just one person. You got to get 2 people on him at least. And he's great at receiving, too. I mean, he was super clutch against the Dolphins. It's like he's done so much good, but it's all being marred by those terrible fumbles against the Steelers. Like, you can't fumble at the goal line, man. Just crazy. $2 right there. Yeah, it's $2 right there. $2. $2 dues. We're at 245 kills on the whitetail now. How much is that? Like 70 kills in the first hour or something like that? Pretty good. We got one more zone to go. And then we're going to move over to probably Tar, I would guess. I kind of want to do Tar. I kind of want to do Tar. I don't compare myself to other people, Jace. I just do me. That's all I do, man. I don't really care too much about what another creator does or if they're good or not. As a Pats fan myself, if Ramondre had some more speed, he would be a beast. Oh, yeah. Well, to be honest, I don't even care that he's a little slow because that's not really his role. He's not supposed to be a fast back, right? Like, he's a power back. What he does good is breaking tackles, pushing forward to get the first down, you know? If he didn't fumble so much, he would be one of the best backs in the league. He just needs to stop fumbling. Like, that's his biggest problem. I don't think his speed's that big of a deal. It's the fumbling, man. The fumbling has to stop. You can't be fumbling 2 times in one game. That's just unacceptable. Unacceptable to be fumbling 2 times in one game with both probably costing the team a score. It's like the Patriots would have won that game by at least 2 to 3 scores if they didn't have all those fumbles. The fumbles were killer. Oh, that actually does remind me. There was one thing that I didn't like about Drake May's performance. Trying to pitch the ball and causing a fumble because of it. I don't know how closely anybody that was watching that game watched that play, but when May fumbled, it almost looked like he was about to like raise his hand up to pitch the ball forward. I think it was Diggs that was like near him. He was either Diggs or Kayshon Boutte. Somebody was close, and it almost looked like he tried to pitch the ball while 3 of the Steelers were trying to sack him. Like, that's just not smart. But outside of that, everything else he did was like really good plays. That was his big blunder, though. Even the interception wasn't really his fault. The ball got tipped at the line, which like made it go off target, but the fumble was like, man, he's got to stop trying to get rid of the ball in those situations. It happened in the preseason too, where like he was about to hit the ground and he tried to just like chuck the ball downfield and he just fumbled on the back on what's the word? When his arm was moving backwards. It's like, dude, you gotta stop panicking. Stop panicking, man. All right, let's main menu since we just switched the time to their time. Can you tell Derrick Henry to stop fumbling too? Yeah, I know, right? What is up with Henry fumbling? Also, I found it so hilarious how like that one guy for the Browns was like, oh, Derrick Henry's not hard to tackle. He's not hard to tackle at all. And then Henry was like, oh, we'll see about it. And then Derrick Henry literally did nothing that day. That player for the Browns was right. Looks like he was right. I can actually just go into my clips, Z28. Anytime somebody clips something on my channel, like, it goes into, like, the channel's clips, and I can find it there. I'll just go into it, after stream and check it out there. Time to pop up the tar counter. All right, we're 203 kills into this tar grind with that kill right there. You like Tyreek Hill? Hill is a beast. I mean, his speed and like elusiveness alone makes him an incredible receiver. And my lord, he was tough to cover when they faced the Patriots. That's a 2 and a 3. And a 3. Guess we shoot this guy. Didn't kill it, but I should be able to get another shot into it up here. No, I've never tried a Quattro red deer grind because it's one of the worst maps for red deer nowadays. Wait, what the heck? Is that different? Is that a different 3? Was there 4 of them here? Oh, there was. I was like, that estimate's different. What's up with that? Is level 4 diamond mule deer rare? Yeah, that's pretty tough to find. You don't see a lot of them. You do not see a lot of those. Behind Hirsch? No, Hirsch is worse for red deer than Quattro, but Quattro is worse than Emerald Coast and Tiabaroa. Mainly because of like how spread out the red deer are on the map. And how much solos there are, like how much they bounce around. To be honest, though, there's a lot of people that would say that Quattro's better than Emerald Coast. I think Emerald Coast is a little better than Quattro when it comes to red deer. A lot of it comes to personal opinion, you know. What about Parque Fernando? I've been told it's really good. My brother loves Parque Fernando for red deer. My only problem with it is there's way too many red deer. So if you're herd managing, it takes forever. That's the only reason I don't rank Parque Fernando higher for red deer. It's just, there's too many of them. It takes forever to herd manage. Yeah, Dino, we're shooting a little bit of tar. Figured it was time to switch it up from the whitetail and go shoot something else for the last bit of the stream. We need more great ones in Call of the Wild. Agreed. We usually get one pretty much every time they release a new map, so I would imagine we'll probably get one in December. I guess we shall see, though. Oh. Come on. Go through here. Where's that 3? Ah, he got behind the hill there, I think. You think 44 whitetail zones is enough on Rev because none of my bucks are respawning? Oh, you should have way more than 44 on Rev. You should have like 60 plus. Because Rev and Layton have about the same amount of zones for whitetail. 60 to 75 is what you should be able to find. Like I got 71 on my Layton Lakes. It's the same on Rev. You're going to be looking for anywhere from 60 to like 75 probably. So yeah, you definitely need some more zones if you've only got 44 or whatever you said. Yeah, that's one of the things I disliked about Rev was that it does seem like some of the zones, they just don't show up the first time. Like, you got to search the same areas many, many times to find all the zones. To this day, I guarantee I still didn't find all my moose zones, even though we did, like, a few thousand kills worth of grinding on that map for moose. It's just like, Rev zones are a little weird to me. They're a bit strange in the way they behave. I mean, even with my late one whitetail, my late one, even with my Layton great one grind for whitetail deer, I didn't find 71 zones like off the bat. That was discovered over the course of many, many grinds. Like I think at first I had about 60, and then, you know, after a few grinds, I'd keep searching for more, and I'd slowly get more and more. I didn't find my 71st zone until I had like 30,000 whitetail kills on Layton or something like that. Sometimes those zones will hide from you. Sometimes they're very sneaky. Any tips for my non-DLC Leighton Lakes Whitetail Great One grind? Non-DLC. Ooh, well, this is going to depend. Are you on PC or are you on console? Because on PC, the tents are a DLC, but on console, they come with the base game. So, like, do you have tents at your disposal or are you on PC? Oh, you have tents. Never mind. I guess I didn't see the previous message. Gosh, what would be the most effective weapon? Probably the 270. I'd probably use the 270 if you're trying to do a no DLC grind, except for tents. That's going to be your best option there. We have an extra tar in this zone. There's 2 twos. I might leave one of them. I don't know. I even hit him? I don't think I hit him. What's up, fire sign? You are on console? Got you. Okay. But yeah, I would recommend, like, obviously you can still follow, like, the whitetail guides that you see online. Leighton Lakes is a pretty solid map. Like, you really only find whitetail on the left half of it, which makes it pretty easy to find all the zones. You know, set up tents a couple 100 meters away from zones. I'd recommend checking out the guide that I've got on whitetail, though. You can pretty much follow the guide. The only difference would be, like, the weapons you're using, really. Because everything else is going to be pretty much the same, even without DLC, since it's Leighton. And then, of course, instead of tripods, if you're doing only the tent DLC, you would have to use the ground blinds. But, I mean, that's not the end of the world. It's still going to do the same thing, get you pressure reduction. Beautiful. 2 little tar now bite the dust. They're dead. They're dead. They're dead. Bap, bap. It's your daily sing-along with Crow. The daily Crowski sing-along. How many zones are on Leighton? Between 60 and 75. Depends, really. Like, because some people may have 2 herds using the same zone. Others may have, like, all of the different herds, like, using their own individual zone. So, you know, that's going to affect how many you've got. But anywhere from 60 to 75 is what I've heard from people. I've got 71 personally. And I'm sure, you know, I might have even missed one. Hope you get a great one today. Scarecrow starting a fallow deer grind, and I'm over 700. Still don't have a great one, but I will still get one. Just keep on grinding, man. You got this. You're still pretty early into the grind, so I wouldn't get discouraged yet, you know. There's lots of time left for grinding. No, he's gone. Yeah. Dang it, Bobby. Do you think Quinn Ewers will play QB for the Dolphins this year? If Tua keeps being garbage, maybe. Because Tua has looked awful, man. Like, my gosh. It's like, in pretty much every game, he'll play like one good quarter, and then everything just goes downhill, and it looks like he doesn't even know how to play football. Like, the amount of passes where Tua's like, oh, this guy is 10 feet away from me. Let me throw it a full human length above him. The amount of passes he's made like that this year just are mind-boggling. I couldn't see him, like, keeping the starting QB job if he keeps playing like this. Tua, turn the ball over. I know, right? It's been bad for the Dolphins. Which, as a Patriots fan, that makes me incredibly happy. But, man, they need to get it fixed, dude. They gotta get Tua either playing better or, I don't know, maybe get him a better offensive line so he doesn't get his like 5 millionth concussion. Because the concussions definitely aren't going to help him. Definitely not going to help him play better. And who knows, that's probably why he's playing so bad this year, because he's had so many concussions. Tyreek's carrying the Dolphins. I wouldn't even say that it's Tyreek. I think Achane. Achane's the one kind of carrying the Dolphins. Achane is a freaking beast. And Jalen Waddle's been kind of amazing too. I'd say Achane's been their best player though. Achane's been popping off this year. Wait, that said 101.86, dude. That was almost a diamond, I think, right? $101.87 it shows in here. What is diamond, guys? What is diamond for Tar again? I think that was almost a diamond level 4. I actually have Achane and Hill on fantasy. Ooh. Having Hill on fantasy must be rough this year. He hasn't been doing that great fantasy points wise. But man, having Achane's a good one. Achane's been kind of a beast. Don't go over the hill. You dirty little tar. You filthy little tar. Why are you traveling? Your time's not done. It's not time for you to stop eating. Get back here. Yeah, TWD, we're doing some tar hunting. I've been kind of feeling it recently, you know. Been in the mood to shoot some tar. Do you know if there's been a fur or an update where the fur colors have disappeared when you track them? That's what's happening. What a bummer. Have you seen the color of the animal's fur? I haven't seen it on any map for 2 months. Wait, what do you mean? Are you talking about disturbed vegetation? If you're talking disturbed vegetation, that's still a thing. It's fine. It's not gone. I don't know why you're not able to see it, because disturbed vegetation, I've been using it a lot. KG's not home at the moment, Fire Sign, so I won't be able to do anything with him anytime soon. No, tar don't have drink zones. They're one of the only species of like big game that doesn't have a drink zone. Let's see. Where's there it is. Disturbed vegetation right there. See? It works for me. I don't know why you're not able to see it. Maybe reset your perks and like reapply them? Or is it not perks, skills? Maybe reset your skills and like re-unlock them? It could be that it just bugged out for you. I drafted Lad in the 3rd round. I'm cooked. Lad McConkey. Speaking of Chargers, I just picked up Keenan Allen in the fantasy league that I've got going with like Flinter and Scam and Nate and everybody. Because Keenan Allen's been doing kind of good, not gonna lie. Allen's been really fun to watch. Nice, I'm thinking about trading for him. Yeah, he's been good. He was in free agency. I don't remember. I don't know if anybody dropped him or if he just never got drafted in our league, but I saw he was available and I'm like, dude, He has been way more consistent than half the receivers that I've got. Like, I picked up Deebo Samuel because Terry McLaurin's been doing nothing, dude. Like, McLaurin has barely done anything. Scary Terry not looking so scary this year. It's been brutal. I drafted him, like, mid-draft thinking, Scary Terry's going to pop off for me. Nope. He's done nothing. Nothing at all. And then, the 1 week I start Deebo doesn't do anything either. It was rough, dude. At this point, I don't even know what to do. It's like right now my receiving core is Keenan Allen, Deebo Samuel, George Pickens, and Tet McMillan. Like, those are my receivers that I have in like my 2 receiver slots and my flex slots. And then my backups are McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb because he's injured. And now Jalen Waddle and Tyquan Thornton. I don't know who to start. Like, a lot of the people that are normally pretty reliable and good have been really hit or miss this year. Yeah, Brody, I've got like a full guide on Red Deer on the YouTube channel. Crash out George Pickens. Dude, I picked up Pickens in free agency. And literally, the first game I put him in was the game against the Giants. So I got so many fantasy points from Pickens. Pickens popped off for me. Thornton kind of balling out. Yeah, that's why I picked him up, because I'm thinking, like, who else is Patrick Mahomes going to pass to? I mean, all of his top receivers are either injured or suspended. And I mean, let's be honest, Juju Smith-Schuster just isn't that great. He's just not that great. It's like Thornton's been the big guy for Mahomes recently. So I figured it's a pretty safe pickup for at least like a temporary receiver until people like Lamb get better and back to playing. Oh no, Ender. You hate to see it. The dang interwebs, fam. You hate to see it, man. Not sure, Bambi Killer. Okay, there's only one shooter here this time. What is the best animal for people just starting HM? Either a Ski Ridge Mule Deer or Tiabroa Fallow. They're 2 of the easiest ones to get into. Boop. Smoked. Are muleys harder on other maps? A ski was ridiculously easy. Yes, they are tougher on other maps. Even the second best map is significantly tougher. I would say, personally, Rancho is the second easiest. I'm doing a Rancho grind right now. It takes a lot longer to herd manage them down, mainly because the coast is so bad, and a couple of the lakes are really annoying to hunt. But they're in, like, a confined enough area to where you can find them all pretty quickly. It's just a matter of, like, some of the zones are really awful to hunt. And then after that, I mean, SRP, you gotta search every single body of water on SRP to find all your mule deer, which is rough. And then if we look at the next one, Parque Fernando, it's got like 2 or 3 times the amount of bucks as a Ski Ridge. So if you're herd managing, it's going to take like 2 to 3 times as long. So it is kind of crazy just how far ahead a Ski Ridge is. A Ski Ridge is by far the best one. Like, it is such a good map for mule deer. Was that rare? I don't think so. I can look into the harvest, though. No, it's just a light brown. That is a uncommon, I believe. Maybe, Brownie, maybe. That was hilarious. Like, how heavily Collinsworth was glazing Mahomes on that play. He's like, oh, I can't believe it. Like, he threw a backwards pass that's a fumble, and it like didn't even get anywhere near that running back. But oh, the fact that he punched it out of the defender's hand. Oh, that's the best play I've ever seen. It was crazy. Crazy how he tried to like flip that into being a good play. Like, oh my lord. It's like, dude, he wouldn't have had to punch the ball out of the defender's hand if he would have like thrown an accurate pass. Shut up, sheep. We're hunting tar right now. Pretty much a fluffed. Now here's a guy that just knows what to do in the situation given at hand. The fact that he had the presence of mind to punch that ball out, unprecedented. All right. Well, anyway, guys, we're going to end the stream there because in 30 minutes, I have to do another stream on the second channel. You guys haven't already, hit like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, go sub to the second channel so you guys can watch that stream tonight. Forewarning for anybody that's not aware or familiar with my second channel. It isn't a family-friendly channel like this one. This is the family-friendly channel. That channel is not. That's more of like a normal, uncensored content, just kind of not really caring, you know, just going crazy. So keep that in mind if you do check it out. But I'll send you guys over there, and if you want to, you can stick around for that. But I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!